Do you think college tuition at public universities should be free? Today, I will talk about rising tuition costs for colleges and whether or not public universities should be free. I believe for students national or nationwide, public universities should have free tuition. The average tuition cost for public university is around $11,000 to $28,000 per year, and 40% of universities have students with student loan debt. Some might say tuition is there for public universities to be make money, but tuition accounts for only 20% of what colleges on how they make money. One reason I believe universities should be free is because of the relief from student debt. Student debt has been an infamous issue for many students across the nation at public universities. According to Student Loan Planner, and I quote, looking at student debt and mental health, respondents also felt a range of other emotions. The most common one is anxiety, with about 79% of respondents saying they've experienced anxiety due to their student loan debt. Additionally, 43.5% of respondents experience hopelessness, and 41.5% experience depression because of their student loans. This quote means that lots of students with student loan debt face anxiety and other emotions. Even though these rates are significantly high for people with student loan debt, the fact that people face anxiety and depression because of this is something I loathe. Another reason why public universities should have free tuition is because of the cost of getting a higher degree leading to more student debt. Student debt is a big issue, and because of the lack of investment in the students getting a higher degree. According to Higher Ed Drive, researchers also noted that the earnings premium on graduate degrees relative to the bachelor's degree had been a constant over 3 decades, but is shrinking as students' spending and debt increased with graduate program costs. As for these costs, between 2000 and 2020, median annual tuition and fees for graduate programs rose from $3,000 to $10,000, so a growth of 233%, according to CEW researchers. High debt is not necessarily a problem, provided that borrowers earn enough to repay their debt, the report said. However, a substantial number of programs graduate with levels of debt that they cannot reasonably repay. This quote means because of the student loan debt being so high, earning a higher degree is a lot harder financially now than it is in the past. Even though receiving a higher degree is beneficial for some students because of rising student debt, students feel that receiving a higher degree would put them more on edge because of the return on investment from the degree not being enough to return the cost of debt. My second reason I believe public universities should have free tuition is because of high costs. The cost for public universities has only gone up according to Education Dive Initiative. The average annual cost of tuition at a public college is 40 times than it was 5 decades ago. After adjusting inflation, tuition has increased 312%. To compare, the average cost in 1963 was just $770 per year, and now is sitting about $30,000 depending on the university you go to. This quote means the cost of public universities has gone up significantly over the last half century, and because of these high costs, universities dupe families who are unable to support their child's education and career potential. High dropout rates are not surprising these days because of the high cost public universities put on them, and as said previously, depending on what university you go to, costs are upwards of $30,000 per year. With a 4-year degree, that is $120,000 for one kid. According to College Raptor, over 50% of students drop out of public universities because they can't afford it. 79% also delay their graduation because they have to switch to part-time or return at a later date due to costs. This quote means because of the college costs, many students drop out. Public universities exist to educate students and guide them into the next stage of their lives. However, rising costs now delay paths of millions of Americans. Making public universities free would eliminate this financial barrier, allowing students to graduate on time and help them start their careers on time. In conclusion, private universities in the United States should have free tuition for students nationwide. Financial barriers should never hold us back. Raise awareness and demand that public universities become free for everyone.